Like, I never thought I'd get to product review for audio companies for drum equipment. So I pre-videoed my unboxing process. This is kind of a welcome to Medins / PJ Plays Guitar video. And we're back. Hello and welcome to the Medins. Man, time is flying by. Earlier this year, I remember kind of starting off thinking I'm going to be doing weekly episodes of Welcome to the Medins, out these longer form ones, and then daily shorts and reels. And thinking, my goodness, it's going to take forever to kind of build up to having a mass amount of content to be able to share with people and hopefully be able to gather like metrics and different data off of to be able to make better decisions for times to post and stuff like that. And here we are, I'm recording this episode here in June, but by the time it comes out, I'm going to be a week away from my youngest sister's wedding, which is mind-blowing coming from the place of the fact that I grew up with her and now she's about to become a wife. And then, of course, when her and her husband decide, a mom. And it's a lot of changes, a lot of different things going on. I was just saying to my kids yesterday how crazy it is that we are already coming up on like our church night, which is Thursday night at the bridge. And it feels like we were just there a day ago. But I keep blinking. Time keeps flying. My youngest son is over 1, and our new baby is going to be born in a week and a half from when this episode... A week and a half for when this episode will be released, but it's a month and a half from now, so crazy math. Right now I'm recording all these episodes ahead of time. But things just kind of keep flying by, and it's super crazy. But with that, with time coming, passing, new opportunities keep opening up. And one of the ones that I'm really excited about, and you kind of see this oddball setup today, is we're doing product reviewing for a company called Deborah Audio. And I'm reviewing their drum mics, which you can kind of see here. And that, to me, is thrilling. Like, I never thought I'd get to product review for audio companies for drum equipment. And I don't know if you all knew this. Drum equipment is very expensive no matter what it is. To replace even just the heads on my 6-piece drum kit is almost $200. To buy a new set of sticks is like $25. So then if I want a whole brick of new sticks, I'm paying over $100 for that. And don't even get me going on the price for cymbals and things. And I did buy a set of mics a while back, which cost me over $1,000. But now I'm getting to work with Deborah Audio to showcase their awesome drum mics. So today, I'm kind of centering the episode around showing you guys my process for preparing this video. So what I have done in making my first product review video, which I'm going to have multiple videos out for this. I'm doing the unboxing. Then I'm going to do the product and application. And then I'll just do a series of shorts and reels giving Deborah Audio content to be able to work with for their own personal promotions as a company. And then I'll release them through Welcome to the Medins, through PJ Plays Guitar, which is going to be rebranded here pretty soon. I created a new logo for it. I'm super excited about that. So once this video goes live, the first unboxing, we're going to rebrand to the new name with the new logo because it's no longer just PJ, but it's Drew and Daniel contributing as well. Eventually we'll get Tyler, possibly Ethan, my youngest sister's fiance, soon to be her husband, and then myself. So it's more than just PJ. And it's more than just PJ playing guitar. It's you have drummers, you have bassists, you have sound engineers, singers. Hopefully we'll get Catherine, maybe even piano with Sarah. So it's going to become a broader page than just guitar equipment reviewing. It will become kind of the plethora of music equipment options. And then I'm hoping to also get to work with some different camera companies and small audio board companies for different podcasting things. So you're going to get to see our honest product reviews through that page. So if you want, right now, just go to @PJPlaysGuitar. Go press subscribe and the little notification buttons. That way you get notified when my episode comes out as well as the other ones. So if you're looking to get new products, new equipment for playing music, playing drums, playing bass, right now that's kind of what we have. You can go there, and then down the line you'll get to see other product reviews for other kind of content creation or entertainment creation stuff that you'll be able to count on for the quality and where you're at in your stage of creating content. But right now, I wanted to kind of go through here, and it's a little bit of an honest, not unprofessional. That sounds bad. Moderately professional, honest process of how this kind of goes. All right. And with my first one, I've been setting up the video. So I pre-videoed my unboxing process. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the audio behind that of my thoughts from unboxing, as well as some of the feedback and different things that, different equipment, things you should know, details that Deborah Audio contributes. So what I'll end up doing is you'll get to see me record with this mic right here into my computer, overlaying, so I'm overdubbing on top of the footage I already took. All right? So this is kind of a welcome to the Medins / PJ Plays Guitar video. All right? I'm a little nervous about this. I haven't done this type of stuff before, but I've seen PJ do it. I've seen Drew do it. I've done Amazon reviews of products I've worked with in the past. So like this microphone, for instance, this toner is something I got from Amazon. You guys saw my lights in earlier episode, as well as in some shorts. Those were product tested as well. So there is some history here in doing product review, but I was a little more nervous because it's no longer like a written review where I can edit and really work over what it is I want to say till it just kind of comes out real poetic. But now it's adding my voice behind what I'm doing. And I've prepared some notes here, just kind of key points I want to make sure I touch on. And then I have this really nice user guide from Deborah Audio that brings up different applications that these mics can be used for. So it's more than just drum equipment, but you can use it for electric bass amplifiers, snare drums, toms, guitar and bass amplifiers, and then brass and woodwinds too. In that, they also kind of give suggested microphone placement. And based on the distance and the positioning to where you want to get the main kind of sound from, will also produce what they call the different tone qualities. So like for their toms, you have one microphone on each tom or between each pair of toms, 2.5 to 7.5 centimeters. That would be 1 to 3 inches above drum heads. Aim each mic at top drum heads, and kind of the tone quality you're going to get from that is medium attack, full balance sound. But another suggestion, because a lot of the music industry is obviously kind of preference for like your own equipment. For me, how I tune my drums, the setups, angles, distances, all that stuff is very much like this is my preference versus it is fact that this sounds better. Now, the only fact you will have is in tune is better than out of tune. So you can keep that in mind, but everything else is kind of per the preference of the musician. The other suggested microphone placement is on double-headed toms. You can also remove the bottom head. So on your typical drum set, for people who don't know this, there's a top head and then there's a bottom. Now, if you want, you can remove the bottom, which gives it more of an open sound, but that, again, is per preference. I like to keep both heads on. On double-headed toms, you can also remove the bottom head and place a mic inside, pointed up toward the top head, so the one that you hit with the drumstick, and that produces a medium attack, full balance sound. So you're just going to end up with some different options. Now I realize that both were kind of medium attacks with a rather full balance, but depending on the drum and where it gets aimed and stuff, you can just have different sound qualities. So I don't know how you guys feel about this. Hopefully, kind of the raw, overly scripted process in these videos is okay with you guys, because I'm just wanting to show you real life. How I feel about these things is I'm trying to expand what I do, both in just the podcast in general, as well as these different things I'm working on, and just seeing like, okay, this is a real person doing a real thing. This is really how they feel, especially in the first time. They're a little uncomfortable at first, but as they get going, they become more and more comfortable. And the process changes, it gets refined, but in the process you kind of get to see the natural refining versus kind of either gathering that someone just puts out the top quality right away and just like, how did they get there? I have no idea. It's a little too intimidating. I don't think I could do it myself because I'm not this professional like them. Or just going like really stinky to really great. Going, where was that in between? How did they get from point A to point, Z? What were all the other lettered steps to be able to get to that point? And for some people, it's a really fast transition from point A to point Z. Some people, it's a little slower, and that's okay. For me, it's been a little bit of a slower process. As you guys have seen in over 30 episodes so far, there will be a massive difference between episode 1 to episode 100 eventually. And you'll see that kind of in all the shorts and reels and stuff too, is how I'm kind of learning and developing things over time to gain a higher quality. But it's not just me on my own. You guys get to be a part of that journey as well. And hopefully even kind of get going on your own personal journeys. If this is something that you want to do, whether it be product review and testing and making content for companies, or making your own podcast, or just getting your own YouTube channel going. Now, at this point in time, we have 146 followers, so by no means is it like this massive following. So I'm still growing, and you're getting to follow me in that process. As hopefully more people come in, you guys share, more stuff gets learned, more stuff gets known, and we get to grow together and go through this journey and eventually kind of give each other recommendations on different things that we learn, because throughout the process, I'll see different things than you'll see, but you're going to pick up on different things that I don't see, and that mutual feedback can kind of help us learn faster. So please feel free to comment with any suggestions that you have. You can DM us on Instagram or on Facebook as well if it's a little bit of a longer form thing that a comment won't necessarily fit. Please keep it nice and respectful to the people in the comment section, as this is family-friendly entertainment. And I want people to be able to, just be able to watch it and have their kids watch it and just be able to enjoy it and know that it's safe, especially if they're seeing any comments. Okay. here we go. All right, so I got the video pulled up. I have my notes section here, and then I also have this guide sheet. And honestly, it'll probably sound a little bit red versus like just straight up, oh, he's like free flowing it. But I want it to be a kind of a combination of red and free flow, hopefully more so sounding on the free flow side versus it really sounds like he's reading off a script. So I do have some scripting, but then there's also other things where I'm just kind of going to look. And I've gained some details. I've read over this. And so part of it's also banking on memory for the different details that I want people to know. But here we go. All right. So I'm pulling it up. About to press record. Super intimidating. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I am really excited. My name is Sean Medins. I'm the drummer for the band Breakthrough. And so as the drummer, drum mics are going to be huge for me. And I am working with Deborah Audio on showing you their DK7 drum mics. As I unbox here, you can see that you have a really nice hard case when you buy a set of these for yourself. And having a good hard case is really important for keeping your mics in pristine condition to produce the best audio quality possible when you are either on the road or in the studio. So let's open her up. I was so nervous getting this box because I was giddy, but nervous because I wanted to show you guys an awesome product, one that I believe in, but I also want to give it to you in a good form. So here we go on clipping it. Look at this. Here we have a set of instructions that Deborah Audio included, recommendations for setting up their DK7 mics on your kit to produce the best quality audio out of their mics. They have mic applications for toms, snare drums, guitar and bass amplifiers, brass and woodwinds, kick drums, and electric bass amplifiers. They have suggested microphone placement, distances, and exact placements around the head or the different pieces of equipment or instruments you're playing with, and then the tone quality, what kind of sound you're going to get through the system from the placements. So here we have the compact supercardioid dynamic microphone, and that you have 4 of them, and they can go between, for me, it's going to be the snare drum and the bass drum, and this puppy is the supercardioid dynamic instrument microphone, and that's going to go in my bass drum. That has a stand that you don't see here. I'm going to mount it on my own separate small microphone stand that I'll then put in place behind my bass drum. And then here you have the overheads. Something I really liked about Deborah Audio's design here was the inclusion of the on and off switch, which brought a little bit more of the control of whether I was going to use the overheads in my hands versus always having to entrust the sound engineer to get it right. Playing for over 20 years, I know whether overhead needs to be used in an environment or whether it should be kept off, but I always enjoy the aesthetic of having it there, and I think it kind of excites people to see it because it feels a little bit more like a really established event. And here we have the clips for the overheads. I put them in there, and they stayed nice and snug, which was really nice. Because I've had overhead slip off and hit my cymbals before, and that's just very disruptive during a concert. Then we have in here the built-in stand adapted featuring a dynamic locking system. So you take the mic that you want to use, and here you have the different heights, which is nice because as you unlock it, you can slide it up and down to adjust for the distance from your drum heads or from the instrument itself based on what it is you're using it for. And then there on the microphone yourself, you have the ability to adjust the angle. And for me, some environments require a little bit more of an attack, so I want it to be really close, aimed at the center of the drum head, and then sometimes I want the mic to help produce the sound should the environment be too big for just the drum kit to kind of have a presence in the event center. So then I like to back it off. And what's really nice is this is all super easy to use. None of it is unuser friendly, but it was very simple to understand, get folded up, put back into the case, and be able to mount on your kit when you take it out. I think Deborah Audio did a fantastic job. Now, what I'm really looking forward to is getting to use these at more concerts and events. But for now, you definitely got my thumbs up here. Make sure when you're putting them away, you pack them nice and tight to keep them safe for your next event. Let's go, Deborah Audio. All right. Oh. That's terrifying because you guys were watching too. But to me, that also like excited me in preparation for doing this. So I had a little bit more of the motivation versus like just sitting here and recording it over and over and over and over and over again. Felt as though the additional pressure of you guys watching was going to help me to be able to produce a better kind of review of the unboxing process. I did slip up over a few of my words, so I'm probably going to edit a few of those slip ups out, but still want to leave the raw sound of I'm a real user, an everyday user, using their product, believing in it, and then putting that out there for other drummers to hear and see. Now, again, as I go, it'll become more refined, but it'll still be very real as I just learn how to handle this environment better of doing like visual and audio product reviews. But you guys have heard some of my product reviews for things like my buddy Tom Glover at the Old Art House. Man, I love his stuff. And I was just talking to him. He's going to be heading off to Le Mans here pretty soon, but he's been doing some new artwork pieces for that. And that's got me excited. So if you want to get some new artwork, head on over to the Old Art House. Go through all of his different options, different types of racing, different types of teams and cars. Pick one that works for you or multiple, actually. Fill up your walls. I've been watching on LinkedIn where I initially heard about Tom, and there's people posting pictures of their whole walls of the McLaren stuff, my favorite. But you'll also see his Mercedes, his Red Bull, and some from the other teams that win the different races in Formula One. So go check him out at theoldarthouse.com and then go follow him on Instagram. He posts some great videos, some time lapses of him doing different things. It's fun to see the artist at work, and I know it'll be fun for you while you also get yourself some of his artwork. And then another one of our great partners, Humble. I just got a new shipment of this all-natural deodorant, and what's really cool about this stuff is that the ink used on this packaging and the packaging itself are all biodegradable. So when you're done with this, you don't need to worry about this just filling up a landfill because it will biodegrade in a couple of months being exposed to the elements. But in the process of while you're using it, it's aluminum free, and it smells super good. This is what I have on today. But I'm also kind of a sucker for the color on the packaging too. It was so bright and engaging. But you can go on to their site, and if you use our code SeanM15, you will get an extra 15% off of your order. But I will leave a link to both the Old Art House, Deborah Audio, and Humble in the description. So if you're looking for new music equipment, you're looking to step up your scent game, or you're looking to decorate your house with some awesome artwork, go check out our partners, and every single one of these helps to support our pages. So please do, as this kind of helps to make this dream more possible. But until then, keep living life, go after your dreams, and give this sort of thing a try. If it's something on your heart, give it a go. I'm not super far into it, but I'm a lot farther now in gaining more experience and knowledge on how to do this process than I would be if I'd finally gotten the guts to do it today. But I know that everyone's kind of in a different position, a different stage of life. But I encourage you to start today, because before you know it, it's going to be July. And then before you know that, it's going to be October. And before you know that, it's going to be 1 year from after you started. And by that point in time, you would have gained so much more experience in knowing your audience, what kind of content you want to create, and how to make it possible. As well as you do this, you kind of gain an eye for like different deals and different things. That will open the door to expand the quality of your content creation and your ability to do it. Like different mics and things, different softwares, different little soundboards like my Rodecaster Pro 2, not a sponsor, but one day, or my Sony. And all these things have just kind of come one at a time. But I didn't get it all at once. It just continued to come as I go. So start your journey today. It's a lot of fun. It's nerve-wracking. I will not deny that. But the fun outweighs that, and the end product even more so. So I am excited to see you guys hear about your dreams and what you want to do next time on Welcome to the Medins.